Alright, welcome back. In this video, I am gonna talk about potential changes that could make Tower Keepers a better game. So this particular video is directed at the devs. So Ninja Kiwi, pay close attention. So the current version, as I'm making this video, is version 171. So if you're watching this video in the future and some of these changes that we're about to discuss in this video has been made, good on you, Ninja Kiwi. That means they've listened to my request. Well, not just my request, because the things I'm about to mention in this video doesn't just come from me, but I've asked my guildmates, from Discord chat, so it's a little bit of everyone's opinion all rolled into one. I want to put out there is that I'm not gonna discuss any errors. So if you're gonna, once this video is posted and you're like in the comments like, stop the sync errors, this is not what that's about. This is about adding features or changing features that could make the game better generally. So if you could change anything about Tower Keepers, what would you change? For me, the most important feature that I would add right now is to be able to hot swap your PvP teams. Look at that. Look how awesome would that be? I mean, I personally think that there's no such thing as a perfect formation. It's like no matter how you build your team, there will always be a formation that can counter it. So the whole essence of having 3 teams is that it would be great to just be able to like switch. Like you beat a game or you lose a game and you can beat this other team just by swapping the formation. You could just boom, drag up, drag down, and you've changed your formation. And I've talked to a lot of people about this and they agree that this would be a great feature to have. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up or say something in the comments. And another thing that would be great in addition to this in PvP is the ability to request for a rematch. So let's say you still have battles left. You just lost a match and you want to rematch that person because you think you could do something differently or swap your team and then have a rematch. You should be able to ask for a rematch. Well, the opponent can agree or not to get the rematch, but as long as you both have points, then it should be an option to have. How cool would that be to be able to have a rematch? Now this is another thing that's really annoying during PvP. Your guild hungers. No, not really. What's the rush? Are your marks gonna expire? I mean, is there a certain rush? And this is super annoying, especially now that we have like 3 times. Well, I don't think they're gonna do 3 times rewards anymore because that was way overkill. So they're gonna do like 2 times. So in the weekends, this is gonna come up like what, every 3-4 games you have to spend your guild marks. I mean, get rid of it, or if not, if you must really have it there, then put the cap at like at least 2,000 or like 4,000 or even 5,000 so you can PvP in peace, and then when you're done, you can spend your guild marks. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. Alright, still talking about PvP more or less. Here's another good thing to change. And this one goes out to James from my guild. He mentioned that instead, for the daily task quest, Master of Battle, win 10 hero battles. Instead of win 10 hero battles, just make it spend 10 hero battles. Which means, like, you don't have to win, you just have to engage in 10 hero battles. So why is this a good thing to have? Why you should change this? Because to get people to play. So people will play. People will PvP whether they win or lose, just to finish the quest. It's a 20k reward quest. Why wouldn't you want to complete it? There you go. More PvP. Now let's focus our attention to the guild. Now first of all, I want to start by saying good job Ninja Kiwi for creating a game, RPG online mobile game, which most of the time you always have something to do. See, a lot of games I've played before, okay, all mobile games, you have to spend your food depletes and you kind of have to wait a while and then play again. It's designed that way. So people spend if they want to be able to play more. You can't really like go hardcore grinding on it, right? But at Tower Keepers, what I like is like when your food runs out, you can still do PvP. If you can't do PvP, there's no one there to play, then you can attack someone's tower. If that doesn't work out, you can still do Wizard's Choice. And more or less, you always have something to do. And rarely do I really find myself with nothing to do. As in, like, I've completed all PvP, all tower 000, no food, very rarely. But despite all that, I'm sure everybody's gonna agree with me that the most fun part in Tower Keepers is PvP. I mean, like, come on, right? So, please, let me be able to go versus my guildmates. Come on! I want to fight my guildmates just for fun. I mean, it doesn't have to be... It could be like 0 reward. You know? Just like, put the option right there. Put an extra button. Or I can just like choose a name from a member and then just like, a for fun PvP. Why? This is like so important. I mean, not only do I get the fun of getting my ass kicked by, let's say, Charm or somebody from my guild, but this is great for testing out formations, right? Without screwing up your win-lose ratio. And it's really good for onboarding new players. I mean, like, the only way you can communicate is like, okay, you ask questions in chat, like what's good, what's bad. It's like, and then what, you can't even share screenshots or anything. So imagine if you have new members on board and then you could play them and then you could chat with, okay, this is what you did wrong, this is what you could do, this is what you could change. That's great for onboarding. That's great for keeping new players. So the way I see it, that's good for business, Ninja Kiwi, right? That increases retention. I know my digital marketing a little bit, I understand how this works. So please add the ability to be able to fight your teammates for fun, for onboarding, for mentoring, right? And to test formations. And please stop with the spamming of the guild mark spending in chat. Who cares who spent how much marks? Really, nobody cares. It's just really annoying. You get lost in chat and everything. You're having a conversation and these yellow bars come in. I mean, make it clean. Make a clean UI UX. It's really not that hard. You see? Look, just add the option right here. You know how you can, put everybody like keeper level in rank? Just make the option so that we can see the overall spending. It doesn't need to be spammed in chat. Like every week it resets, just like Prestige. You can see how much each member has spent on marks. It's so simple. It's so simple. And about guild marks, thank you for adding Catacombs map in the shop, but really, 40k guild marks for 5 Catacomb maps? I mean, sorry. Do you not see the contrast? It's like 15k for a resource pack. And then 40k for 5 Catacomb maps. The Catacomb lets you skip a Catacomb level. But it's not free. It still spends your food. So please, I need map. I love maps. Why? Because I got a day job. I can't be on my phone all the time. And I love the maps because it saves my time. So please, just make it cheaper. Like, I don't know, like 10k. It should be cheaper than a resource pack. Now this one is just 125 gold for a maxed out soulstone. Really, 125 gold. What can you get for 125 gold? I mean, gold isn't exactly the hardest resource to find in this game. It's not. I mean, you sell a monster, you get them all the time, and it's like 1k. And for a soulstone, 125 gold? Other players think that it's already a ripoff, that there is like soulstone conversion. They think that a lot of them say that if you have a hero at max, you shouldn't be able to have soulstone still pointing to that. Okay, I know that's impossible. I know that's not gonna happen because all the epics and all that and the chances, and it's bad for business. Bad for business. But come on, when you buy a soul stone at the shop. I mean, not a soul, yeah, for a character. The cheapest one that you can get is like 500 gold. So at least make it 500 gold. That's still not much. Alright, now I'm gonna finish off with one more thing that I think you guys should change, is that you should be able to put the same hero, for example, in the tower, and you could still use them in quest, and you could still put them on the mission. You know, you should be able to just put your heroes anywhere, because it's already, the game is already really slow to progress. So you should just be able to do that. I mean, if I wanted to go PvP right now and one of my main heroes is like on a mission, then I can't PvP. That means there's, you know, it lowers my playability. So increase playability by just being able to put your heroes anywhere. I'm sure people would agree with me. And I mean, if you say, well, it's not realistic, you know, how could you have your Archmage in a mission and in a tower and in PvP? You want to talk about realistic? How can you poison a cannon? Like, seriously. When you go against a cannon, you poison it, and what? Does it rust it to death? I mean, come on. Let us play. Let us be able to PvP and guard the tower at the same time. Why not? Alright, that's all I got for now. If you agree with anything that I've just said, give me a thumbs up. And if you think I've missed anything, just put a comment below and I'll gather it up and I'll put it in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in PvP.